Hi there, my name is Cronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Project Shadowchaser III. Action, horror, thriller, sci-fi definitely. It came out in 1995, it's a 15, an hour and 39 minutes. IMDb is 3.6 out of 10. I'll read the IMDb and the DVD because I watched on DVD. It's the same thing. Okay, so IMDb is... It's been 25 years since the ore spaceship Siberia was last heard from. Unfortunately, it is now on a collision course with the communication station's Comstat 5, which is orbiting Mars. After one successful maneuver to avoid the Siberia, it rams Comstat 5 and the crew soon finds the Siberia crew is dead. I should bloody hope so after 25 years. And the reason they've been missing for 25 years. But that reason is trying to destroy them all as it destroyed the Siberia crew. And the DVD is... a deep space mining vessel, Siberia, propels itself on a collision course with a newly built Comstat 5, a satellite communication station, and its unsuspecting crew. After the deadly collision, the two spaceships are irreversibly locked together, plunging towards the gravitational pull of the planet Mars. The crew are forced to board the mysterious vessel in order to save themselves. So, the director is John Eyres, E-Y-R-E-S, who directed Irish Jam. Writer was Nick Davis, who wrote Terminal Force. Producers, there were 7 of them, but with producer on we have Shari Lane Bowles, B-O-W-L-E-S, who did the series LA Heat. John Eyres again, who did Shadowchaser. Paul Eyres, who did The Machine. And Gregory Vanger, V-A-N-G-E-R, who did the series Flinttown. And music was by Stephen Edwards, who did Joe Baby. The cast was a few of them, so... I picked Christopher Atkins, who was Snake, who was in the Blue Lagoon. Musetta Vander, who was Rhea, who was in Wild Wild West. Christopher Neame, N-E-A-M-E, who was Renko, who was in The Prestige. Sam Bottoms, who was Cody, who was in Seabiscuit. Bill Kirkenbauer, who was Wheels, who was in Just the 10 of Us, the series. Rico Ross, who was Lennox, who was in Aliens. And Frank Zagarino, who was the android who was in Shadowchaser. It's also known as Project Shadowchaser 3000, Alien Force, Shadowchaser 3 with a space after Shadow, Shadowchaser 3 without a space, Project Cobra 3, and Edge of Darkness. And the trivia is Dee exhales with the resistance as she performs lateral pull-downs early in the film, which is the correct breathing techniques when performing weight-resistant exercises. There you go. So it starts with us in space looking at this craft, because it's flat as usual, not like our typical rocket stuff that we seem to have on this planet, but they're always flat, aren't they, or circular. And bear in mind, I've not seen the previous versions, so there's obviously going to be a couple more that I'll be reviewing. But so Tatiana from this flat spaceship is running, right? And then she's caught by some guys with guns. And then it's like 25 years later. It's like, okay, so that obviously happened the 25 years before. But I thought that was the end of the second film, but it turned out it's not. At least I don't know. Might be it is. Maybe that is the end of Shadowchaser 2. I don't know. If it is, I've spoiled the ending for myself. Now, I've not seen a pinball machine on a spaceship, but it's a brilliant idea. More of those, please. Star Trek, yes, please. Well, maybe not Star Trek. I don't like that new stuff. Prefer the old stuff with Kirk. Check out their navigation systems. It's high-tech for the time. So, the ship they spotted, the Siberia, has had this warning signal. Do not enter under any circumstances. I wonder. So they all avoided this collision, as it says. They're all happy, right? They're all hugging and jumping around for joy. And there's 2 of them in the corridor, hugging a bit more closer. You know, I think they're like together. And then this new collision is going to be there, so they're all like told to brace themselves for impact on the bridge. Except no one told those 2 in the corridor. It didn't end well. It's like you might have just said something, considering they're the only 2 that aren't there. I love how the new ship is built, though, the Siberia. You know, built inside, because they actually built stuff for films back then. They didn't sort of just, you know, CGI it. don't know what that bloody hell says. Oh yeah, it was wheels. So he was looking at this scanner, and it looked like something from the Alien films. Now, obviously, Rico Locks ended up doing Aliens, but it was kind of interesting. Well, that was before, wasn't it? So this is strange. It confused me at the beginning, but then it explains it a bit later on. So the Siberia hasn't been seen for 25 years, and they found this body, this young lad. So Rio, who's about the same age, I guess, as the young lad, because they were told not to touch the body, sort of was holding his face, holding back tears, and I was like, is that just because of the sight of the body? And I was a bit unsure. It just explained it a bit later on. I was like, you probably figured that out. Some of the lasers and explosions seem to be out of sync with the person's reaction, so they kind of like shoot, like shing, and then the explosion, and then you hear this, It's like, yeah, it's supposed to happen a bit before that. Why are all the torchlights red? Why not white? Right, it's all dark in the corridors, and there are some parts that are lit, but in red. So what's the point using a torch in a red lit area with a torch that's red? You're not going to have any... You're not going to be able to see anything. The ways the wheels left this world was not fun. He went to find the dog that ran away and got redirected somewhere. I tried to find the dog. The dog was called Max. He didn't have his original name in the IMDb, and it's like, what? Come on, he's like the main star, damn it. Poor Lenny. Poor Lenny. So he's had a head wound after an explosion. Then he was shot in the shoulder, and now he's having an electrifying experience. Just like... now the androids here, it's obviously the same guy who'd done the first two, so I'm curious how he was back then. It don't seem much in this one. But it was pretty impressive how he morphs into things. And I loved his face. Although, like I said, I could only just see it through these goddamn flashing lights. I had flashing lights for a few minutes. I was like, what the hell? Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. So they did find a way so that the android couldn't see them when they were moving around. Using strobe lights. Yay! And yes, they put it on. And it was on for about 5 minutes again. I was like, I can't see this. I can't. I'm trying to look through my eyes, and it's like, no. And it's not a bad film. The effects on the androids was good. The ship looked like a typical ship. You know, like the boiler room all the time sort of thing. You know, that kind of image. Acting was fine. The end credit song was quite good. It was very uplifting. I'm going to give it a 6, believe it or not. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of Project Shadowchaser 3. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of other sci-fi films. I haven't got any of these other ones yet, but they might appear. Give me your thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment below. Have you seen this one? Are the early ones better? There's even more ones after this, apparently. I don't know, but there you go. We'll find out later. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.